Hello, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving, and welcome to the Bob Stoops app. I'm Brad McMullen, along with Hall of Fame football coach Bob Stoops. It is Week 14, but before we talk about all the incredible rivalry games that are going to be happening this week, let's first talk about the Sooners and Missouri. And Coach, what an impressive performance by Oklahoma.
Absolutely. Excuse me, I'm got my visor on. Just got off the OU golf course here at the
Thanksgiving week. You
Jimmy Austin OU golf course. I love it. But yeah, what a great win. Again, defense just amazing. Pressure on the quarterback, and after the first drive, defense shut down their run game, and great game. Again, took care of the football, made enough third downs and points to put ourselves in the lead, and then defense held the lead. It was a great game all around. We're winning differently maybe than we used to win. That's okay. We're still winning, and
Yes.
Winning in the SEC isn't easy. Our guys are doing it. Really exciting game, and good for them. I'm excited for OU.
And when you look at Missouri, Missouri's a very good football team. They may not have the name brand that you're used to coming into Oklahoma with all the hype, but this was a really talented team that loved to run the football. And when you got a running back that had run for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns the previous week, only getting out with about 50 yards, wow, oh wow, we won the line of scrimmage.
It won the line of scrimmage. Defense, they were really good running the football, and they have been against everybody but OU. And so give it to Coach Venables, the entire staff, offense and defense. I thought it was great. Special teams were really great. All of it together was a really solid win.
Yeah, and our kicking performance, again, our kicker, the best in the country, probably going to be the first Lou Groza Award winner. Another thing I really liked, though, was just the way they stayed the course and didn't make mistakes on the offensive side of the ball. That big 87-yard touchdown pass by John Mateer. I mean, OU is getting better in certain areas. We just haven't put together a 4-quarter game offensively.
Yeah, and that's okay. I had said something about having some chunk plays.
Yep.
Well, that Isaiah Satania
Boy, he's
going almost 80 some yards was a great play. John Mateer put the ball right on him in stride, and he was able to run away from everybody. And those are the kind of chunk plays when you don't have to always have a 10 and 15 play drive. You get one of those kind of plays, and we're starting to get some of those.
Yeah, I was so impressed with him. I tell you, he's faster on feet than I am in a car. Unbelievable. Oklahoma, again, winning by double digits against Missouri. They're now 9-2. They've set themselves up for a monster game, Week 14, against the preseason #1 team in the SEC, LSU. The Tigers loaded with talent. We know that very, very well. They're going to be coming to try to spoil Oklahoma's chance at the CFP. And OU's got to stay the course.
Absolutely. And we kind of said this last week. We have nothing right now. You're 9-2, but it doesn't mean a thing. We have no championships, no playoff, no anything. So to me, we ought to be hungrier than ever coming into this game as a fan base, as well as a team and coaches. I mean, this is, to me, this is what you want, to have these meaningful big games at the end. So everybody get geared up for it.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. And that's one thing I really enjoyed. It was 11 a.m. last week, but the crowd was into the game at the very, very beginning. You could tell that there was something different, a lot more energy. It almost takes you back to when you were coaching, Coach.
Yeah, well, these games, this is kind of what I just said. These big, important games at the end of the season is what you want. That's what OU football's been about. And we're there right now, so everyone get charged up, and let's have our best effort this week.
Yeah, LSU against Alabama, they looked really, really good, really strong on the defense and offensive lines. We're not sure who they're going to play at quarterback, but it really doesn't matter. Oklahoma just can't turn over the football, and they've got to be opportunistic when they can.
Yeah, no doubt. The last 3 games, I don't, not jinxing it, just take care of the football, be smart, pick up enough first downs, and have a big play here and there. And then defense, don't allow them to run the football, and then take away any of their big plays. Be great on third downs, both sides of the ball. And we've got a formula right now that's really working for us.
Yeah, and obviously control what you can control, stop the penalties. I say this, that one of the things that frustrated me about this game against Missouri is they stop them on third down, and then they get a penalty on the sideline that gives them a whole fresh set of downs.
That should never happen. It's disappointing, as I know how disciplined and detailed Coach Venables is and his staff, and that should not happen. And I'm sure, guys, and they'll learn from that. But you're right, though, the foolish penalties, there's no place for them in these big games.
And again, LSU, a very, very talented team against Texas A&M. They were actually up at halftime before collapsing in the second half with all of those turnovers. And that, of course, cost Coach Kelly his job. That cost Nussmeier his job at the quarterback position. But this is still a dangerous Tiger team.
Oh, LSU is always going to be talented. So, and I'm sure all those assistant coaches that are still there are quality coaches. So we'll have to be at our best this weekend.
All right, Oklahoma has gotten 8 turnovers in the last 3 games, and that, of course, has helped OU win those last 3 games. Now they're playing at home against LSU, favored by 10 points, Coach. Your thoughts 2 days after Thanksgiving, Oklahoma hosting LSU?
Yeah, just, again, don't worry about anything else. All the playoff talk, anything talk. Be your best Saturday at 2:30 when we play LSU. Everybody focused, concentrated to be our absolute best for 4 hours to win that game.
Amen. All right, I'm asking you officially to pick them. Going with the
Sooners.
Sooners.
I'm always. You don't have to ask me.
Amen.
Everybody knows I always go with the Sooners.
Amen. I love Oklahoma, and I love them in the points because of what you said, Coach. We've won nothing yet. We haven't got a championship. We haven't earned a CFP. You get to do that on the field. It's also senior day. You've got all the family members coming in. Sometimes, some of these family members, this is the first time they've actually gotten a chance to see their loved ones play. They're going to be amped up. The crowd's going to be amped up. They understand that. And, of course, we have a couple of Sooners that transferred to LSU, so I think there's going to be some dialogue in between that. I think we're going to see the best OU team on Saturday.
Yeah, I do too. And senior day is a big deal.
Yep.
A lot of these guys have been here 4 and 5 years and invested in this program and Coach Venables, and I'm excited for them. But, yeah, we just need to be our best for those 4 hours and win a good football game here.
Amen. I love Oklahoma at home against LSU. All right, some other big games out there. We're talking about Ohio State and Michigan, known as the game. This guy was born in Ohio. He knows all too well this contest. Ohio State, #1. They're usually favored in this game. They're favored in this game again. But it's hard to believe. They've lost the last few of these games, and they haven't been doing very well in this contest, and this is one they really want.
It seems like it's been 4 in a row,
Yeah.
right? Regular season,
Yes,
which it's hard to believe. I don't see Michigan being able to keep up with them this year. They haven't been as productive offensively through the year. Ohio State has. I think Ohio State really has something to prove here for this regular season game, and I think they'll get after them.
All right, this game, Ohio State is favored by a touchdown on the road at Michigan. Michigan 9-2. I agree with you, Coach. I think the defending national champs have been waiting for this game.
Absolutely.
They have been looking forward to this game. They get to go on the road, which I actually think will be better for them, as crazy as that sounds, just for them to be zeroed in and really focused. I like them winning this game. I like them covering on the road against Michigan, and I like them getting officially the monkey off their back this time.
I agree totally. I'd take Ohio State, and you're right about being in this position as a coach. We liked to be on the road a lot. You get all the distractions of a home crowd or families coming in, and everybody, there's a lot more distractions. When you go on the road, it's just you and the team. You can really buckle down and focus on it, and I think Ohio State will.
I agree with you. All right, moving on. Texas A&M at Texas. The Longhorns looked very impressive against the Arkansas Razorbacks. A&M looked impressive as well, 11-0 versus 8-3. A&M is actually favored at Texas by 2 points.
Is it okay for me to take Texas?
It's okay. It's okay.
I think it sort of helps us in the playoff.
It
maybe.
probably does.
I'm
There you
taking
go.
Texas to somehow, disrupt A&M and win the game. I'm gonna go with the Longhorns. How about that?
Yeah, I say this all the time. My favorite team is Oklahoma. My second favorite team is whoever is playing the Texas Longhorns. So I'm with you, Aggies, on the road.
You're worse than I am.
Go beat them. Go do whatever you need to do to win. This is the most important game, Aggies. Do not lose this game. I think it's going to be a great game, though, and I wouldn't be surprised either one of those teams win. And, of course, last year everybody thought A&M was going to win at home. Texas beat them I do like your pick of Texas at home.
Yeah, I just being at home, I think they have something to prove. They're playing a little better, it seems like. So they've really been great defensively, I think, most of the year. So, yeah, if it's all right, Sooner Nation, I'm going to go with the Longhorns.
Yeah, and I'll say this. It's hard as an OU fan to say this. If Texas beats Texas A&M, I know they've got 3 losses, but you would have to consider them one of the top 12 teams. I know they're probably not going to make the playoff, but if it is about getting the 12 best teams in there, it's hard to think a team like Texas would not be in there.
Well, let's not go too far. I'm not going to agree with that.
He's not giving the Thanksgiving love. I love it. All right, Vandy at Tennessee. And boy, oh boy, Tennessee dominated Florida as we predicted right here on the Bob Stoops Show. And then you looked at Vanderbilt, how well they played last week. I mean, this is going to be a great game. And Vegas believes it's a 2-point spread with Tennessee being favored by 2 at home. Boy, this is going to be a great football game.
I'm going to go with Tennessee just to beat them by more than that. And they proved me wrong. I took Florida thinking Gators would rise up and play a better game, and Tennessee whipped them. So they may be really catching a groove, Tennessee. So I'm going to go with Tennessee.
I think Tennessee's a great football team. And, that's another one of those teams. Are they one of the best 12 teams, and they're going to be left out of the college football playoff? I like them beating Vanderbilt, ending the debate of Vandy being in the college football playoff because they're at home. We know how difficult it is to play at Tennessee. And I think they just proved how much talent they have against Florida. This is a really, really good football team, and they have great quarterback play as well.
Exactly. And, they get those big chunk plays. They're really, run and pass. They've been impressive. And, again, the way they beat Florida, it's hard to not think they're going to keep that, they're going to keep that going, I think.
And again, another team that Oklahoma beat, Alabama, is going to be on the road at Auburn. It is the Iron Bowl, and my oh my, do these two teams not like each other. Auburn is an underdog in this one, but by only 5 points. Auburn needs this win to go to a bowl game.
How about that? Guard your trees, too. We don't want anyone destroying any trees, but I don't see how the spread can't be bigger than that. I just don't see Auburn being able to keep up with them. So I'm going to go with Alabama.
Yeah, I think if it was Auburn 2 months ago, with the injuries and having Hugh Freeze as the coach, I would predict Auburn to win at home. Because Alabama's angry, Alabama knows if you don't win, you're out of not only the SEC championship game, you're out of the college football playoff. And I think they're going to be zeroed in. I think they're going to be focused. And I think they're going to take care of business in a big way on Saturday.
I agree. I just think there's too much on the line for Alabama, not for Auburn.
I agree.
And to me, that matters.
And I think there may be some people on the Auburn staff looking for their next job. There may be some players that are playing for Auburn looking for their next opportunity. I think Alabama is 100% focused. I love that spread for the Alabama Crimson Tide. All right, another rivalry game, Arizona at Arizona State. Both teams 8-3. Arizona is actually favored on the road at Arizona State by 1.5.
Wow, I've sort of lost track of Arizona. I shouldn't have. So on the road, though, I'm going to go with Arizona State being at home, and they overall have played really well. So anyway, I'm going with Arizona State because it's at their place.
Yeah, that's my thought. Both teams equally. I'm going to go with the team that's going to be at home. I'm going to go with Arizona State. Again, Arizona State just a year ago was in the college football playoff as the Big 12 champs. I'm going to go with the home team. All right, let's put an Egg Bowl tie on this show. Ole Miss at Mississippi State. Ole Miss 10-1. They're going to be favored by 7.5 points at Mississippi State. All of the conversation, though, about where Lane Kiffin will be coaching next year. Will he be back at Ole Miss, or will he be going somewhere else?
Wow, I'm going to go with Mississippi State.
There we
Jeff
go.
Lebby and all the distraction at Ole Miss has to amount to something. And Mississippi State has played almost everybody really tight and close and good. Being that it's at Mississippi State, I'm going to go with them with the points.
Yeah, if somehow, some way, the information is leaked that Lane Kiffin is leaving Ole Miss, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to take Mississippi State. If that doesn't happen, if they actually keep that secret out till after the bowl game, I like the Rebels. I think they're 10-1 for a reason. I think they're really, really great. I think the quarterback play of Ole Miss has blown me away. Not only can they throw the ball long, they have the short passes that go well, and then, of course, Lacey running the football has been way impressive for me from the Rebels as well.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. They've been really impressive. quarterback play, all of it, running the football. Coach Kiffin calling plays is as good as there is. So I'm still going to go with Mississippi State with the points. I don't think they'll win, but I think they'll keep it tight.
I think it's going to be a great football game to watch. All right, because it's Thanksgiving week, we've got some bonus picks. So 3 more games, as that was going to be our last pick. We got 3 more. Georgia at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech 9-2 on the season, a surprise top 20 rating. Georgia, number 4 in the country, 10-1. Georgia favored by 2 touchdowns, Coach.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. It's at Georgia Tech.
It's at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and they're a little sore after losing last week. I'm going to go with the points in Georgia Tech just because I think they're for real. They played really well through the year.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. I even think Georgia might be up by 20 points at some points, but I think at the end of the game, I agree with you. When it comes to the points and being on the road and being a rivalry game, I like Georgia winning by maybe 13 points, not 14. I like that. All right, Utah at Kansas. Kansas has had a really disappointing year, but they need this win to actually be bowl eligible. They're 5-6 on the season. Utah, boy, oh boy, they played Kansas State. And Kansas State was up. Kansas State was dominating the game, but Utah kept climbing back, and at the end, they found a way to win that ball game.
Yeah, that's where you got to give it to them.
Yep.
They're a winning program, and I see them winning this game. And but yeah, you just can't get them to go away.
Yep.
And they keep coming back, and they do a great job. So I'm going to go with Utah.
All right, Utah is favored by 14 points. I like that pick as well. All right, the final one, Miami at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, who just beat Georgia Tech, but the coach said, hey, I just want to beat Georgia Tech. That's the team I want to beat when he had gotten killed by Notre Dame. He was right.
Yep.
Now he's at home. He's playing Miami, the number 13 team in the country. Miami right on the heel of getting in the college football playoff. They need a big win. They are favored by 11 points on the road. This is a Miami team, though, I haven't been able to figure out.
I'm with you.
Is this the team that's going to beat Notre Dame and look awesome? Is this the team that's just going to fall apart and lose to an unranked team?
Yeah, I think Pitt's, you got to give the coach Narduzzi. He was right.
Yep.
The game that really mattered, beating Georgia Tech.
That's correct.
It mattered, and they beat them. And I think I'd take Pitt with the points.
Yeah.
I don't know that they can beat them, but I think it'll be tight.
Yeah, if this was in Miami, Florida, I think Miami could possibly rout Georgia Tech. Not Georgia Tech, Pitt. But because it's at Pitt, Thanksgiving, I think the points are a lot. I think Miami's going to win the football game, but I don't see it being by 2 touchdowns.
That's kind of how I feel, too. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to have a lot of fun here in Norman, Oklahoma, cheering on the Sooners against LSU. I hope to see everybody at the Palace on the Prairie for that monster game. And I hope you and your family have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And remember, for videos, anytime, just tap on our video link. Coach?
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and Boomer Sooner.
Amen. Boomer Sooner. Bye, everybody.